Hi, I'm Emily, and today I'm persuading you to cook more meals at home using whole ingredients rather than eating out or buying snacks so much. Um, just imagine this: the average American now gets over 60% of their daily calories from ultra processed food. That means that most of what we eat isn't really food, and it's just products designed to be cheap, fast, and addictive. And in severe cases, it can be even plastic. Honestly, most of us feel the effects too. It's low energy, brain fog, spending more money than we even realize. Um, Today, I'm going to show you the problem with relying on processed foods and what's causing it, and a simple plan that you can start even just this week to cook more whole food meals. The problem is simple, and it's that we rely on too much processed and fast foods. It's hurting our health and our energy and our wallets, especially. Processed foods are everywhere because they're cheap and they're convenient and they're heavily marketed. But they're also linked to higher risks of obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. The Harvard School of Public Health explains that ultra processed foods are engineered to be overeaten and provide very little nutritional value. And it's not just long term health, it also affects us right now. When we eat mostly processed food, we feel tired, hungry, and unfocused. Cooking at home can change that drastically. According to a nutrition researcher, Julia Wolfson, um, diet quality improves significantly when people prepare meals at home. That's because whole foods, things like vegetables, fruits, grains, and proteins, they will provide your body with real nutrients instead of empty calories like snacks. Um, there's also a financial side to this. The National Institute of Health reports that eating out costs 3 to 5 times more than cooking the same meal at home. And for college students like us, it really adds up fast. So the problem is pretty clear that relying on processed food is hurting your health and is draining your money. So there's a few causes why this happens and why we don't cook more at home. First, a lot of people believe that cooking is expensive or it's time consuming, but that's mostly a myth. Whole ingredients like rice, beans, eggs, veggies, and chicken are actually some of the cheapest foods that you can buy. I really like Trader Joe's. Their prices tend to be pretty reasonable. Um, but a second cause is that many of us have never even learned basic cooking skills, and if no one ever taught you how to cook, it's easy to feel intimidated or overwhelmed too. Um, a third reason is convenience culture is everywhere. Food delivery apps make it really easy to avoid cooking, especially when you're tired or stressed. It's super tempting to hit a button instead of getting up to cook a meal. And finally, processed food companies spend billions on marketing. They make their products look healthy, fun, and effortless, even when they're not. So the real issue isn't that people don't care about their health, it's just that the world around us makes processed food like a default option almost. Um, so there is a solution that can be realistic. Um, Cooking more meals at home using whole ingredients doesn't have to be every single meal, it doesn't have to be every day. It could just be like 1 out of the 3 or like once a week. Just, cooking a little more often can help you really get the ball rolling. Um, you could even start with simple recipes, like any meals with 5 to 10 ingredients, like stir fries. There's pasta and veggies, sheet pan chicken, rice bowls. Those are super easy and quick. Um, Another way that you could kind of jump into this is meal prepping once a week, like making all of your meals for the whole week on one day out of the week. I like to cook on Sundays for my week starting on Monday. So you could just like chop the vegetables, cook your protein however you like to, and package it up and keep it in the fridge. It's really only like 30 minutes of prep for the whole week. Um, Another thing that you can do is follow like a beginner friendly whole food recipe account. Like I've found a lot on Instagram that I really like. There's lots of creators with cheap, simple, and healthy meals, especially for beginners. Um, Another solution is you can shop at a basic whole or shop with a list of basic whole foods, like your produce. You got whole grains, beans, chicken, eggs, any spices that you need. Um, that's a really good way to do it. Just like keep a list with you and don't stray away from the list. I also really like going to farmers markets because not only is that like really good farm fresh produce, but it's really fun. Like it's a fun activity you can do at the same time. Um, so just follow that list and just make one homemade meal maybe for the week just to kind of start. Um, so cooking at home really doesn't have to be complicated. You just have to be a little more consistent. So today we looked at a problem, which is that we rely on too much processed foods, and it's hurting our health and our wallets. We also looked at some causes, which can be convenience, culture, and lack of skills and knowledge, and sometimes even misleading marketing. But we also looked at a simple solution, which is cooking more meals at home using whole ingredients from your favorite grocery store. Maybe try a new grocery store, that can make it fun too, or farmers markets is my favorite. And then cooking at home is a really easy way to improve your health, save money, and also just feel better every day. And you can really just start with one meal. Thank you.